Well, they did it. They brought Luke back into Star Wars. I never thought it would happen, but they gave him his own Rogue One hallway scene. And while I am very happy about this, I really just want to talk about something that Luke did that really is confusing a lot of people. In almost all of Luke's scenes in this episode, he is absolutely destroying all of the Phase 3 Dark Troopers, truly displaying just how powerful he is. We saw Din struggle greatly against just one of these troopers, and Din is no slouch of a fighter. And that was a great setup for Luke to come in and absolutely slice through them like butter. But Luke wasn't only using his lightsaber in these fight scenes, he pretty much showcased all of the force powers that we have seen commonly used by Jedi and some used by non-Jedi. It was almost like Luke knew he had an audience on the bridge and he wanted to show off all of his powers. But it was really just a Jedi Master unleashing his true power on unworthy opponents. But there was one force power that he used right at the end of the hallway scene that confused quite a lot of people. So at first glance, you probably didn't realize, or maybe you couldn't see because of the tears in your eyes, but Luke uses a dark side power called Force Crush on the final Dark Trooper. This force power is actually forbidden by Jedi, and as we know, Luke is a Jedi, and at this moment in time, he is the Jedi. We actually also see Obi-Wan use this move in the Clone Wars animated show. But what exactly is Force Crush? Well, it's referred to as possibly the darkest force ability known to force users of any kind, which is why it's forbidden by Jedi. It's the most advanced form of the Force Grip ability. Force Crush implodes your opponent's body from the inside, and there is also the opposite of this force power called Force Expand. While this force power was very common among dark side force users, any force user could use this power, but it was forbidden by Jedi. So why is Luke allowed to use this power? Well, there's two ways we could go to answer this question. The first one is because he's using it on a droid and not a living being. As I mentioned earlier, in the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan also uses this ability, but he uses it on two droids as well. So maybe there's a loophole where you're only allowed to dabble in the dark side a little bit on droids. The second option is that Luke is just the Grand Master now. No one is there forcing Luke to follow the Jedi rules from years past. Maybe Luke just doesn't follow those rules anymore. Maybe Luke's just not as against dark side force abilities as the old Jedi were. I mean, in Return of the Jedi, we do see Luke use Force Choke on living beings, so he does have a history of not following the rules. And in The Last Jedi, Luke talks about how dumb the prequel era Jedi beliefs were. So maybe Luke realizes that not utilizing any dark side abilities does nothing but limit how powerful he can become. But what do you think about Luke's appearance, and what do you think Luke using Force Crush means? Do you think this means Luke teaches his students dark side abilities? Maybe Luke's temptation to use dark side force powers planted the seed for Kylo to turn to the dark. Let me know what you think. But thanks for watching the video. If you did like the video, make sure you leave a like on the video. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to be a part of the community and participate in viewer call-ins, make sure you join the Discord. It will be in the description. But thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.